What's up? It's your boy, Big Reg, coming to you once again from the shadow of the big house, following a victory for the University of Michigan in the game versus OSU. Everybody said we didn't have a chance. Everybody voted against us. All the pregame shows. Who cares? I said, who cares? Michigan will get the job done. And lo and behold, they did just that. Joining me today to join in this celebration of celebrations. First, producer Jay Bissell.
Oh, it's getting hot in here, baby. It's getting hot. It's getting a little hot for my day, too. Oh, Michigan.
I love it. Next, joining us also, this man doubted, but I hope he's seeing the light now. The one, the only JC from Sunnyside.
Oh, Big Reg, please create in me a clean heart. Create in me a clean heart. I was emotional after the game, seeing Mason Graham with tears running down his eyes. I followed suit. I'm not going to be bashful. I was crying. I was crying in front of my family, showing the emotions. What a sweet, sweet victory. Oh, my gosh. Go Blue.
It was that kind of game, folks. It was that kind of game. Holy smokes. Next, joining us, this gentleman, I'm surprised he survived the game. I thought the tension would get to him. But lo and behold, here he is, a testament to the health benefits of CrossFit. The one, the only, nameless guest.
More. Smash. Love you. This team. So proud. Freaking. I'm a professional guarder of the heart. Down to the very last minute. And I can't believe it. Let's go Blue.
Oh, mamma mia. What a day. What a game. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful all the way around. I would venture to guess even this man could not have a complaint. But knowing him, he'll probably find something to complain about. It's the one, the only, Mr. Squarehead.
No. So thankful that Jim Harbaugh is not coaching this team. Thank you, Sharon Moore. Thank you that Jim Harbaugh is not coaching this team. Oh my God, I will never doubt this team ever again.
Holy smokes. And that's what it was leading up to this game. All the pundits, even the fans, no one gave this team a chance. Everybody said we would get blown out. They're giving me 3,000 reasons plus another 4,000 on top of that. I was getting buried under negativity, okay? But you know who didn't listen to any of that? Forget Big Reg. Now, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the team. The team said poo-poo to all you naysayers. The team said we don't care about all you doubters. The team said we will win this game in spite of all the haters. And the team got it done today. Oh, and I raise my glass to you fine young gentlemen.
Let a naysayer know. Let a naysayer know I was a naysayer. They let me know that this team still has heart, that this team will still bring it. I trust me. I am so thankful to be wrong about what this team was capable of. And that's a testament to this coaching staff, even though I've ragged on them. I ragged on them during the game. Everything that they've done to prepare these guys. Come on. It was a miracle shot in terms of beating this team, and they pulled through. How many times did we have a heart attack on certain plays that were going? We're at the goal line. We're like, oh my gosh, we're going to score. Gets intercepted, but they still hold that team down 3-0, and they get the ball back, and they do these things. I can't believe it.
There were so many sweet things about this victory. So I'll start with Ryan Day and that pivotal second timeout. Back-to-back, just a buffoonery. Doofus calling another timeout, giving us that first down. The defense just played lights out. Hey, we owe it to Wink.
Yeah.
Wink, hey, he had a scheme today that was different than Don Brown, right? He was tempered. He blitzed. Number one, Jay Sean Barham was in the backfield a lot. Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, Josiah Stewart, that front line, like I said, that was going to be a key difference maker. our D line versus their O line, right? That was the edge that we had. We needed to exploit it, and we did. So many big plays, by the defense, and I think another game ball goes to Chip Kelly for running play after play up the middle, trying to run against us. They soft. They can't run against us. They can't run. Come on, Blue.
Oh gosh, what a day! What a day! Truer words have never been spoken.
One of the sweet things to go along with this JC Sunnyside theme, I actually love the roller coaster and the fact that Captain Jack Sawyer picking us off when we thought we had it in control with that trick play into the back. We thought, why not run it 4 times? Just pound it in, go for those 7-point up score. But man, can you imagine how the hopes and dreams and the entire stadium just went, like, as we go down, they're soaring high like a kite. And for it all to come down like this, that's one of the sweet aspects that I love and cherish about this. The fact that their hearts get ripped like that, man. Come on, man.
Hey. Nameless saying that he loved the ups and downs of this game is the most disingenuous comment. Come on, man. You hated the ups and downs.
Go back on the receipts. Within seconds of that play, who was holding up the Shadow Brethren? Go back.
No way, man. Your fingers were doing the talking there. Come on, man. I was calling for play action all game, and then they do one play action out of that formation, and he throws an interception on the goal line. What the heck, man? And then, dude, Joel Klatt and Gus Johnson. Come on, can we get some new broadcasters out here?
Come on.
The sore losers on the OSU side. You lost the game. Just get off the field. And then us having our flag in the middle of the field. That happens every rivalry game. Come on. Bunch of sore losers, man.
Listen, aside from all that, you know, this team, the other group of players that got so maligned before the game was the Michigan secondary. Everybody was doubting these young men. Everybody said that the talent on the OSU side would overwhelm them. And at times it looked like it might. But man,
the entire first half.
No, come on. That's not true. We held them to 10 points in the first half, okay? And then in the second half, when it came to locking things down, as much as the D-line was getting to Will Howard and causing pressure, the secondary was more than holding up their end of the bargain. There was a few coverage sacks in that second half as well. So I'll raise my glass to the secondary of the Michigan Wolverines defense. You young men did a heck of a job.
I said this. I said the offense cannot get behind the sticks. I said, if we're going to have a chance, we cannot get behind the sticks. 0 offensive penalties. 0. Right? We gave up 2 pass interferences on defense.
Those were strategic, though. I'll take those. I'll take those penalties.
But, yeah, I'll take those penalties too. But 0, right? We were at 2nd and 7, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 6. It gave us a chance to move the ball. And Will Howard, he kind of fizzled in the big moment, like the OSU players. Like I said, none of these players have experienced a win against Michigan. When it was 10-10 going to the fourth quarter, butthole started clenching. Right? Everybody started clenching. And then you just saw on that last drive, just no chance. Not even, they gave 1 yard, right? 45 seconds left, trying to drive for the tying field goal. 1 yard, right? Secondary, defensive line, and the game ball. Let's not forget our man, our 45-year-old man, Khalil Mullings.
That run at the end where he was stopped in the backfield and he went for 20+ yards. That was the key. That was the victory run, man. Oh, unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
He ran so hard, and I'm gonna hey, let's give it one up for Davis Warren up the gut, key third down scramble run. Every one of those little plays, man, you needed a hero to step up. Peyton O'Leary making a grab off of the turf. Holy smokes! You needed all of that, and the path was narrow. The path was even hard to even see, but this team actually followed that one in a million Doctor Strange path. This one outcome that was going to lead to victory. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Oh,
I mean, honestly, think about it. 2 missed field goals, 2 interceptions in the red zone for OSU, holding them to 10 points. I mean, good gravy. You know what I'm saying? Like just the fact that we held them to field goal attempts, you know what I'm saying, was a huge win for that defense. But then to put another cherry on top of that with having their kicker choke in those critical moments, that was the chef's kiss right there.
It was true. I don't know who said it in the thread, but Ohio State had to lose this game, honestly, to kind of give us a chance to actually do it. Missing those field goals, I don't like. One, like, there's something going on with that program. They finally got faced with a tough team to play against, and I think this is where the cojones get sized up. And they're talking a lot of smack. You know, Caleb Downs with the interception was talking a lot of smack. But this team, our team, just kept going. They just kept playing. There's a lot of things that could have deterred us maybe earlier in the season. And I think that, you know, I look back at the Northwestern game and I kind of didn't give it enough credit. I just thought we just played a really bad opponent. But there was some confidence built in that game that you saw in this game. You saw it in this game. You saw
this
it.
guy jumping on the bandwagon now after that? Come on, man. You were pooping.
It's like in retrospect, right? You like reflect upon what you've learned from these things. And this team, there's so many times it could have folded. There's so many aspects of it that just could have been not our way, but they just kept fighting. Oh man, give it up to Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham. They were handling double teams all day. They're trying to create some open gaps. And whether it was Wink or I don't know, whoever decided, yeah, let's delay blitz Jayshon Barnum. Wow, like how much of a difference does that make? Where he zooms in there, he's already touching the quarterback even before he starts throw motion. Where was that? We should have had that even earlier. But hey, they made those adjustments. I've always called for Wink Martindale's job. Somehow he turned it around in the second half. So those are things where they've proven me wrong. They've proven me wrong, and they've done what they needed to do. They were there. They were the team today.
So I know my shadow brothers are gonna get at me because of this statement. I think Dono going down helped us because we didn't have to think about giving the ball to Dono because Dono wasn't doing anything. He couldn't fight for extra yards. So we had to give the ball to Mullings. Mullings getting 4 or 5 yards, right? Pushing the pile forward. I'm just saying, like, listen, Donald did a lot of great things for the University of Michigan. He did a lot of great things at the last time he was in Columbus. But today, I think that helped us, that Mullings was clearly RB1, that we didn't have to cycle Dono in.
Dono is sacrificial, and Tony Alford and Moore, they planned that. They said, hey, it's not going too good. Next series, if you don't convert those first downs, you stay down. You limp.
What are you saying? You two are talking.
Like, play possum for the good of the team. And the captain showed up.
Get out of here. We're going to cut that out for your sakes. For your sakes. Because you two sound like crazy people, okay? I'm going to cut that part out for your sakes. Because you two sound delusional. Holy smokes.
One aspect
before we get too far off the deep end, let me just raise my glass to 2 more people that get overlooked a lot: Rayshon Benny and TJ Guy. Those two, as part of the rotation of that defensive line, made a lot of big stops, a lot of big plays. So I raise my glass to them.
I want to shout out one more on top of that, which is a good one. Thank you for that. Much maligned Makari coming up big. You cannot undersell the impact He's the field captain out there, along with Wink. He's the guy. It's not Rod Moore. We miss him dearly. Come on back. One more year, collective. Bring him back, okay? But this year,
Yeah.
got Macari and that hit, man. That stinger, that like Urban Meyer. Anyone listen to that guy? He was singing the virtues of a mobile quarterback, ace in the hole. What that dynamic brings to the O. But man, when we pretty much knocked him out, he felt that all game. Not just the phantom pressure, but the bone jarring, bone crushing, skull rattling hit. Are you kidding? That has reverberations till the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it played a role. Macari, love you, man.
Definitely. And you saw Devin Brown was excited for one play. He was pumping up the crowd because he thought he was in the rest of the game. But I actually think they should look into why Will Howard was put in so quickly, because he was out of it.
Yeah.
He was up and he went back down. So like that concussion protocol went way too quickly. But another game ball, another big time game ball, Zavada. Money Zavada. It's just so comfortable. His kicks look so crisp. 54 yards, 21 yards, it doesn't matter. So crisp, right down the middle, splits the uprights.
Yep.
Man, that dude's an NFL
MVP.
You cannot take for granted or overstate that kind of crap. A week after the NFL, all these kind of shenanigans with kicks, point blank missing left and right. Zavada hits the long one, hits the short one, the clutch one, all season long.
Oh wow.
I see you, Moore. I see you.
I don't.
Yeah, Moore was launching arrows like crazy.
Oh man, he's lucky he didn't get a penalty for that. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I didn't understand that penalty at the end of the game. I thought that gave OSU the first down for a second. I was like, what just happened here? I was about to lose my mind, but thank God they didn't. Oh yeah. But anywho, gosh, what was I going to say? Another sweet part of this whole thing is during the game, they kept saying OSU's goals for this year were beating Michigan, winning the Big Ten, and then winning a national championship. After this game, they cannot beat Michigan. They haven't done so the past 4 games. Love it. They cannot win the Big Ten because they are shut out of the Big Ten championship game. Love it. Now, the national championship, we can't do anything about because, college football playoffs, yada, yada, yada. But those first two, I'm glad some Buckeyes are crap.
Can't they still make it if PSU and Indiana both lose?
Yes.
They're playing Maryland.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
If they have the tiebreaker, yeah, they beat PSU.
Oh my gosh. Anywho, what?
They have the tiebreaker against Penn State.
Yeah, but is Penn State going to lose to what's their faces?
Maryland. They're playing Maryland. Come on.
Yeah, and then IU is playing what's their faces, which is even worse. Come on, what are we doing here? One of them fools are going to get the W tonight, and OSU is not going to the Big Ten championship game. Come on. Anywho.
Also a shout out to my man Chaz Woodson. We're standing tall. We're standing tall amidst all those guys on the Fox pregame show, all picking OSU.
Hey, come on, man.
Him.
Chaz Woodson picks Michigan no matter what. What do you mean standing tall? Let's call a spade a spade.
True.
Come on,
We're
man.
standing tall. In spite of all the hate, he wouldn't even look at Urban Meyer during the pregame. He kept looking away from him. Urban Meyer was right here. He wouldn't look at Urban Meyer. He's like, I ain't looking at you this week. I raised my hand.
He said, rivalry games are different.
Yeah.
And it was.
Hey, an underappreciated facet that's been alluded to already, but I just maybe flesh it out a tad more. The work put in teams 144, 143, and 142 to establish this dominant run. I mean, I think it has lingered in the psyche of Day and Buckeye Nation, where despite themselves, they felt the need to numbskull just kind of show their toughness, and they didn't need to. They were, almost every other objective observer who knows ball followed the Texas blueprint, follow all these other things on film we wear out these big boys, our number one strength, make them move sideline to sideline, all this stuff. It's like it's all out there. We're essentially a one-trick pony, and they couldn't do it because they felt like they had to just run the ball and punch it up the gut and be physical. And it's because we're the bully ball. We own them.
I'll put it this way though. For that last drive in the first half, they showed that, you know what, if they don't run the ball, they can be effective.
Yeah.
But the last couple drives, when they had to throw the ball and they couldn't throw the ball, that was our defense. I'll put it that way. I'll say that. They when they had to throw the ball at the end of the game, they couldn't come up with it anymore. They couldn't do it because our defense wouldn't let them. So I raised my glass to Wink.
The pocket was collapsing, right? The pocket collapsed. He couldn't step into the throws. A lot of times he short arm it. He couldn't step into it. So because our secondary played tight and Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant getting the push up the middle, Jason Barham, like producer JB said, right? Delay blitz. Yeah. Masterful.
The whole thing came together so beautifully at the end. Oh, it was glorious to watch. Yes.
Yeah.
A mini shout out to the next man up players. Frosh, Hogan, Hansen, dude. Every reception can't take for granted. Okay. Marlon Klein, German. Hey, where's Captain? Where's our buddy Jin?
Captain Jen.
with some German. How do you say? Go Big Blue in Germany. Okay. I mean, come on, Marlon Klein, some big catches. We did this without Colson and L.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
That is crazy. Oh my gosh. Marlon Klein has now become my third favorite German Wolverine of all time, after Mo Wagner and Franz Wagner. Then it's Marlon Klein right there. So I raise my glass. We're getting up to number 3.
A little underappreciated, under the radar, kind of like moment for us during the game. Warren had just enough mobility to escape the pressure, where he didn't take any like negative plays. He didn't complete a lot of passes, but he was able to roll out, escape the rush, not be like 2nd and 19, kept it a 2nd and 10, right? Give us a chance. But Warren played smart. Did he play a good game? No, I think he had like 70 yards passing or something like that. 2 interceptions, two critical interceptions, but had just enough mobility to escape. OSU, 0 sacks. 0 sacks for the game.
Kept us on schedule at the very least. Well, maybe not on schedule, but from falling way behind schedule. We didn't have, I don't think we had any like 2nd and 14s, 3rd and 17s, anything like that. So that was a good thing. Holy smokes. Gosh, just thinking about this game, you might say that, oh, it was only 13-10. How many critical plays could there have been? But it literally felt like every play was a critical.
Every play.
You know what I'm saying? Because the game was so tight.
I'm
fighting for inches. Oh,
I also have to give a small appreciation to, even though it wasn't what we're used to, that offensive line wasn't as a colander as I thought they would be. And they actually, in moments where we had to run the ball and get some yards, except for the one where like Mullings jumped way too early. He should have ran more before he got into it. But I mean, we have to give them credit because this was supposedly, again, another OSU defensive line that's like all-star-ish. And yeah, if you get 0 sacks, even with our non-Joe Moore winning offensive line, you have to give some credit to the offensive line and Davis Warren to be able to kind of survive that onslaught. And of course, I'll give credit to the OSU defensive coordinator because he's horrible. Does not know how to call defensive plays. They should fire him as well as Day because they're actually no, keep them there because we need another year to win.
I mean, just think about how sweet it is that the number 128th ranked offense in college football going against the number 1 defense in college football. Like on paper, that's just a crazy mismatch. And yet Michigan goes to Columbus, ekes out a win, 4 in a row. Ryan Day, shell shock. Oh my gosh.
Mismatch? What about 20 million versus maybe $1 million roster? What are you talking? David and Goliath slayed that bad boy. Boom!
If you're a Buckeye right now, you have to be losing your mind. You have to be. You have to be. Especially, you mentioned it before, but that 3rd and 6 Khalil Mullings run, when they had to have him down, and it's just a simple run, and they couldn't wrap up and tackle. Oh, so sweet. It was, again, another chef's kiss. Oh, my goodness gracious. I know. As much as Ryan Day and company want to talk about toughness and all that kind of stuff, right there was your chance to be tough. And you fell short of toughness, and you fell short of greatness one more time.
Yep.
One more time.
I don't know about shout out. I'm not feeling that generous about that. And there's just only so much more you can squeeze. But how about just reliving for a moment that beautifully timed trick play that gave Kendrick Bell an opportunity to sling the ball one more time. Even though it was just a PI and Morris got down the field, but still well-timed, well set up, well executed, and it was important. I mean, it didn't pay off because, we got, Jack Sawyer ended up getting the INT. Wasn't that the drive? But still, great play. Got to hand it to Kirk. That worked.
Great underthrown ball where the receiver had to come back and draw the PI.
That was a Sharon Moore play. That's not a Kirk Campbell play.
But that was the game plan, right? Shorten the game, keep the clock churning, right? Run the ball. It doesn't matter, 1 yard, 2 yards, 3 yards. Run the ball, shorten the game, give ourselves a chance in the 4th quarter, and look what happened.
I'm telling you, the thing that told me that this OSU team was not able to win was that whole, you guys mentioned it before, but the whole 2 timeouts in a row, the fact that their defense was misaligned going into that key play shows me that they're not, that they have, I don't know what it is. Well, for whatever reason, they have a mental block about beating Michigan now. And then at the key moments, they fall short. And I was loving every single second of it. When they were like, wait, why did Ryan Day call another timeout? He can't do that, blah, 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 blah. And it was like the second big miscued timeout this weekend after Matt Eberflus of the Bears, who I'm glad that he's fired. I'll just put it that way, and I'll lay that to rest to the side.
Why are we talking about the Bears? Who cares?
Who cares about the Bears? I do. It hurts my heart to see them struggle so much, but it makes my heart sing with gladness and joy to see the Suckeyes suffer so much. So I raise my glass to that once again.
Let's be for real. Do you think Ryan Day gets fired?
Ooh.
I mean, 4 in a row against Michigan at Columbus, 21-point favorites. Him making a critical mistake at the end of the game.
Not if they go far in the playoffs.
I mean, I don't.
Unless they win the Natty.
No, I mean, if they make the Final Four or make it to the national championship but lose, I don't think he gets fired.
There's no one to replace him.
Yeah, who are you going to get? Are you going to get Lincoln Riley? You going to promote Chip Kelly? Yeah, who are you going to get? For OSU.
But this one is really embarrassing. This one is the worst loss of all the losses. If you think of, I mean, this is not an ordinary loss. I mean, this 23.5-point favorites.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I mean, I was telling my family, I was like, if we lose by 10 or less, this is a win for us.
Yeah.
But for them, they had to win by at least 2 touchdowns, being favored that much. Yeah. This is not an ordinary loss.
Square, you're right. If they felt as bad as he did when his dad died in the past, how's he feeling now? Like,
oh wow.
This is what he said.
Wowzers.
This is what he said. He's putting it out on all the pregames. Like, this is the nature of the rivalry. I felt that. I was like,
did he really say that?
Yes. I actually agree with Harbs on this,
boy.
and to some degree Edwards. It's like as much as we're impassioned about this, come on, man. It's not live or die, ride or die. Give me a break. Come on. We're elated, happy, jubilant, having a grand old time. Big piece of our lives, but geez Louise.
What did he say?
He said this is right up there with the nothing has been worse feeling in my life other than when my father passed away, losing to Michigan.
Oh boy. Well, you know what? I don't want to dwell on that kind of negativity any longer. Let me dwell on the positivity and say that for us in the state of Michigan, oh man, this could not be a better weekend. What a way to finish it off. Wow. We win the Fort Myers Classic in basketball with a rising, up-and-coming basketball team with the energy and rejuvenated spirit under a new coaching staff led by Dusty Mays. And now the Maize and Blue rising once again to defeat the hated Buckeyes.
Quick shout out to Danimal, Dan Lee from Maryland. He was watching the game with me. He and I have watched Michigan OSU national championship together. We're undefeated in big time games. Just got to give a shout out to him because he brings the magic. He brings the magic every time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Danimal.
I'll give you some credit.
Go.
And the other thing is, it's 4 in a row. We restock. Like, this was going to be maybe one of the worst teams that Sharon is going to have. Next year, they come to the big house. Hey, could be 5. Could be 5. Like, could you imagine? Like, since 2019, we haven't lost to OSU. Oh my
Get
gosh.
ahead of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going to happen with their team. You know, there's still a lot of, things up in the air for both parties. But man, oh man.
Let's start flipping those recruits.
But it feels so good. 4 in a row. Jack Sawyer, for as much passion and love that he has for the Ohio State University,
This is the O that they say.
He's never beaten the Michigan Wolverines. Denzel Burke, you know what I'm saying? He stayed behind too, has never beaten the University of Michigan Wolverines. And he's never tasted the highest of heights like the Wolverines have, winning a natty. So, man, oh man, I raise my glass to Team 145.
This win just elevates everything about this year. It's literally what we said. If you beat Ohio State at the end of the season, all is forgiven. All is forgiven. What can you complain about? We beat Ohio State.
You got to be
2
excited
team in the nation.
Come on, you got to be excited, right? You got to be excited about going to the game. See what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Ending it on a high note and going into the next season.
Oh yeah.
I'm
50-pointer against Northwestern. Bryce Underwood now beats OSU, number 2 team in the country. Like, with Brady Hoke, Rich Rod, those days when it was tough, there was zero chance. Like
0.
5-5, 5-6. There's no way. But with Sharon, hey, there's something there. There's something there.
And don't forget, we're gonna raise a glass to Jolene. Jolene. I raise my glass to Jolene as well.
She's a savage, man. With Portnoy saying stuff like, worried about, I'm going to get too much credit. You're fronting all the money. It's like, no, I'm worried about championships. Oh, Jolene!
Oh, she said, I don't care about the credit. I want to stack national championships.
Oh! I love it. She's hot.
The mic right there.
Whoa. Take it easy.
Whoa, what's going on here?
What?
Hey.
I want to meet Jolene.
All right, take it easy, Desert Heat Check. Holy smokes. This guy. Don't break up a happy home, okay? Her and Larry
Single, ready to mingle.
together.
She'll get half of the stuff.
Talk about prenup, baby. Come on, what are you, nuts?
Oh, what a game. I can't believe it. It's a miracle before Christmas. This is a miracle before Christmas.
This is not a miracle. Come on, man. You make it sound like it was impossible. We knew that there were key things to victory, and this Michigan team stepped up to the plate and got those things done. The defensive line played well. Secondary played well. And the offense did just enough in order to get Zapata into field goal range.
Yeah.
And we just let Ryan Day be Ryan Day and crumble under the pressure. That's what the game plan was all along. Let Ryan Day become Ryan Day to the fullest.
And I just can't help but wonder if Connor Stallions, somewhere behind the scenes, was sign stealing all season and fed Sharon Moore a little something, a little something, a little wink, a little
secret.
He's not part of the staff anymore. He's not part of the staff. Just send me an email, buddy.
Saying. Always lurking. He's always lurking behind the scenes. Always lurking behind the scenes.
The lurker. I like it.
I hope he was at the game because that would have been awesome.
No, I hope he wasn't at the game. Could you imagine those crazy OSU fans? They might have killed him. Holy smokes. You got to get him protection for that game. Holy cow.
Connor Stallions and Jolene are the two greatest Michigan Wolverines ever.
Oh, man. I'm telling you. Well, as far as non-playing Wolverines, yeah, I give them some MVP points, okay? Holy smokes.
Love them.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
What a day.
I just have to revisit those Buckeye seniors, all of them that came back, and got to ask them the question, you came back for that? Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
Oh, my. Soiled the bed. Ugh.
And all the recruits that were there.
Oh,
Yep.
All the recruits that were there.
Yep.
Oh, and they saw the disgusting act at the end. All the parents.
Come to Michigan. Come to Michigan.
Honestly, can you imagine a game where Buckeye Nation was more confident in the W? In the last 5 years, do you think they were equally or more confident in this game than the first one we won and the string of 3 or 4 now?
They had to be so confident going into this game.
Confident on this one.
You're at home?
Yes.
You're playing a Michigan offense that passes even less than Army and Navy? Historically bad offense? You've got a defense that doesn't have its best player and has underperformed all season? Then their only passing threat is now injured from the worst passing offense? I mean, if you're Buckeye Nation, you go into this game thinking, why are we even talking here? You're thinking of Ryan Day, let's hang 100. But the reality is, 4 years later, you still have not even come close to 100 points total.
Yep.
4 years later, you still have not, what was it, 27 points? I think 20 points, and now 10. I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head, but I can tell you this. It won't add up to 100, Ryan Day, you sucker. So I just laugh and I raise my glass.
Day is over.
Oh, the day is done. Just
and just looking at Ryan Day at the end when the scuffle was happening, they panned the camera to him. After all, what? It was 5-10 minutes after the scuffle. He's like, what happened? What's happening? Dude, come on, man.
He's shell-shocked. He's thinking about his next gig. Where can I hook on?
Him and the rosy cheeks.
You just want to squeeze those little cheeks of his.
You want to squeeze the cheeks right there. You want to squeeze them. Little baby.
I find it funny, though, how Squarehead, as much as he was, excited during the game, when it comes to camera time, he still stays muted. His happiness for Michigan Nation still won't come out like we will. You know what I mean? Look at Squarehead. He's just there, just with a flat face on. You know what I'm saying? This is the definition of a pan-faced Asian, if I've ever seen one.
Yo, I'm just soaking it in, man. Soaking it in.
This guy. Stop soaking it. Let it come out. Come on. This guy.
Dude, Square probably didn't even watch the game. What are you talking about?
I I watched the highlights.
Dude, this guy, we all got to chip in $5 next year, so Squarehead can get a a Hulu package, maybe a YouTube TV package.
YouTube TV.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to sponsor Squarehead so he can get a YouTube TV package for next season, so he can watch at least a little bit of Michigan football, let us know in the comments.
Just a word of appreciation to Wolverines out there. That's kind of like Reg and Chaz, who are eternal believers, whether it's shtick or not, whether it's just for the camera or whatever. Man, these true blue that can actually believe in games like this, I just shout out to you. I just don't know how you do it, because most Wolverines had a pretty realistic expectation for this week.
Realistic.
I mean,
Come on, man. Let me just speak for myself when I say this. It's not a shtick. The only thing I'll say is I always try to find, is there a path to victory? And like I said in the pregame show, I saw a path to victory. Defensive line playing well, putting pressure on Will, because these were my exact words. You could go back and check the tape. Defensive line gets pressure on Will Howard. Will Howard throws interceptions, gives Michigan short fields. We take advantage of that, and we win the game. That's what I said. And then I said, as the game progresses and it stays close and Michigan does those things and OSU doesn't do things, that they would crumble under the pressure. You could go back and check the tape. So I'm not being a pie in the sky kind of dude. I'm always just looking for a path to victory.
Yeah, but every game, regardless, there's always a path to victory if you look at his predictions.
Listen, you can't always be perfect. You can't always be perfect. But like I said, my thing is always, if you're going to win, what needs to be done? That's all. That's all. That's all.
I do think Big Red. I think Big Red said we're gonna win 41. Like we were just going 41 points. I have no idea.
No. It was 27 to 20.
You were looking
27. At. No, my exact score was 27-17. 2 touchdowns for Dino, 1 touchdown for Khalil, 2 field goals for Zavada. Now, if I'm not mistaken, all those things came true except for the Dino touchdowns, which only didn't happen because of injury. Oh, if it wasn't
come on.
injury, this game would have been a runaway for the Michigan Wolverines. And I'm raising my glass to that.
He's raising it quickly because he doesn't want it to be reviewed.
No, you can check the tape. That's exactly what I said. But like I said, the only reason it didn't happen was because Donald got injured. If Donald didn't get injured, this would have been a blowout.
This was a miracle. Whoever said it, it really was a miracle, because so many people were doubting that we could get to 20 points, and they're right. We scored 13, and what, 10 of those came off of gifts because of the defense and other things. It's just like we did not have a path to score with this offense. There wasn't, and we didn't. Okay, we got the pick without that looked like Will Johnson jumping the route, and he pulled a Will Johnson right there, right when we needed him, and we got the 7, and then we got the long 50+ yarder, and that's 10 right there. We got 3 at the end with another like epic Khalil run for the ages. His second, like put the USC one on there and give him one. Number 2, man, on his freaking back.
That is true.
That's how we
that first field goal was off of a bad punt. When we got, I mean, that was like a 3 and out. That was a 3 and out field goal. I mean, we hardly gained any. Their offense was just horrible. Our offense was horrible.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things that needed to go right for us, and there were so many things that needed to go for OSU for us to have a path to victory, and all those. It's like hitting a 15-leg parlay. We did it. We hit a 15-leg parlay.
We put no dollars on this. Like, we put not even $1 on it.
Easy.
We should have just bet Michigan money line, and we would have made a ton of money. A ton of money. Oh, gosh. Hey, regardless of not winning any money, I am super, super stoked. But I'm not going to lie to you. I am exhausted. I am physically tired after watching this game because I was so tense the entire game. I don't know if it's because I'm old or what, but I am physically exhausted.
But just watch. It's gonna be so much more glorious watching all the going back and watching the
Yeah.
post game,
Yeah.
going on the OSU message board, the meltdown, reading all the articles, just seeing all the tweets from Michigan alums like Corum and Harbaugh, and oh, it's just gonna be wonderful. The next 7 hours of my life is gonna be devoted to going on YouTube, looking up the post game. Going to the Big Ten review, every post game, every article, every tweet.
Everything.
So
Everything.
if you love
so
Schadenfreude, then I highly suggest you just go watch any OSU reaction video. You're gonna be laughing so much. It's gonna be a fantastic time. So I raise my glass.
It was awesome because we were watching the game at Barstool, Scottsdale. Shout out to Dave Portnoy. But coming out, there was OSU fans going into the bar because I think they were watching Arizona State. But, we're wearing our Michigan gear. They're wearing their OSU gear. One guy turns around, and he was totally being like the most sincere person. He was like, hey, you guys played a great game. And I was like, oh, like what? Usually you guys are jerks about this. But all right, okay. And then the other guy standing behind him turns to me and goes, thank you for getting rid of Ryan Day for us. And then turns back and goes into the bar. And I was like, you're welcome.
Wow.
But I think I'd rather have Ryan Day there continuously because we keep smacking his ass.
John Cooper 2.0. You know what I'm saying?
It's literally John Cooper 2.0. It does everything to F up the game. Love it.
What a day. What a day. Gentlemen, any final thoughts before we wrap this up? What a day.
I want to go up from here. I can
Huh?
only go up from here.
There you
You
go.
got Bryce in the fold, maybe a top 3 recruiting class.
There you go. Yep.
Oh, Sharon with another year under his belt. Get some from the transfer portal.
Yep.
Only go up from here. I think we weathered a tough period of Michigan football, and I think it's only going to be better, more victories and wins to come.
Yes.
I'm actually really excited to see this bowl game, more so to see the younger players play now because obviously all the NFL guys they're probably not going to play. But I would love to see the new backs, Jordan Marshall. We didn't really get to see too much of some of the wide receivers. I want to see it. I want to see what we have to look forward to for next year. So I'm excited.
My final thoughts. It's amazing the 180-degree attitude of this panel here after an OSU win, because the entire season, and we can look at the receipts, fire Campbell, fire Wink, Sharon Moore is over his head. Come on, man. Entire season, we were talking about firing everybody, getting new coaching staff everywhere, and this one OSU win just heals all wounds. And now all of a sudden we're looking forward to next year. It's amazing how this one game can truly just heal all wounds.
It does. It heals everything. It heals literally everything.
Yeah.
Here's how
Not any game heals, but the game heals.
The game.
And I would just add how I would put it is, speaking of the game, this game was a microcosm of the season for me, where this journey of pain and anguish and just utter disgust at times of just knowing we sucked, the realization progressed, like we just weren't any good. And for it to end like this, the way it just feels perfect. I mean, it feels like that I'm not just saying it because like we want to say something great for ourselves. I honestly feel top of the world. It feels like, who's got better than us?
Nobody.
Honestly. Like, I don't care about those losses. It actually adds to the sweetness of this glorious celebration because we suck so bad. It just adds to it. It magnifies it. So I'm grateful, and it's amazing. Amazing.
We took the worst ranked offense in Michigan history, went into Columbus and came out with a W.
That's all. That's what it is. You cannot say that. That's what we did. That's what we did.
How does that not turn your spirits, Mr. Squared? How does that not? Your cold and hardened heart needs to thaw a little bit.
I'm like I said at the opening, I'm just thankful that Harbaugh wasn't here
No,
to lead this team. I'm glad. I'm so thankful.
Anywho, I'm glad that this team was able to do what they did, that they stuck together, that they didn't get down, that they didn't give up. It would have been easy for this team to give up, given all that's happened in the year, but they did not give up. And they showed up, and man, oh man, did they play a heck of a game today.
Heck of a game.
All three phases. So proud, so happy. Raise my glass to you, Team 145. Made it 4 in a row. Oh, how sweet it is. And I say, go blue.
Go blue.
Go blue!
Go blue.